we celebrate our Caribbean heritage in the month of August. I am Ambassador Curtis Ward, and this is Real Talk. Of the 12 months in the year, the month of August has the most historic relevance to people of Caribbean heritage anywhere in the world. No other month holds comparable relevance and historic meaning for Caribbean people and Caribbean nationhood. Our history teaches us about who we are as Caribbean people. Here are some very important historical relationships that we as Caribbean people share among us that are common to the month of August, making the month very special in our history. For over 300 years of Caribbean history, from the early 16th century to the near mid-19th century, Africans were enslaved by the British in the British colonies throughout the region. The British Parliament enacted the Slavery Abolition Act of 1833, making the end to slavery in the Caribbean on August 1st, 1834. Emancipation of the enslaved people marked a turning point in our history. But emancipation, being a milestone in itself, did not end servitude for the enslaved population of the Caribbean. The ending of slavery was followed by a period of apprenticeship, which was abolished on August 1st, 1938. Thus, we celebrate August 1st across the Caribbean as Emancipation Day. But long before emancipation, there were many slave uprisings and rebellion. For instance, there was in Guyana the Demerara Uprising of August 1823. It provided an impetus for abolitionists. The Demerara Uprising, that is, helped hasten the emancipation of enslaved people in the British colonies. The Demerara Uprising is celebrated in the month of August in Guyana. Another 124 years later, British colonial occupation of the Caribbean started to crumble. The two most populous and largest British island colonies, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, gained their independence in August 1962. The first to achieve independence was Jamaica on August 6, 1962, followed closely by Trinidad and Tobago on August 31st, 1962. It was the dawn of a new era in the history of the Caribbean and Caribbean nationhood. Yes, nationhood and freedom for English-speaking Caribbean people were given wings in the month of August. It also meant that the vast majority of English-speaking peoples of the Caribbean were freed from colonialism and could now chart their own course in global affairs. Yet another reason for elevating the month of August to celebrate Caribbean history and heritage. And then, One of the most significant contributions to Caribbean history of the black race was the gift of history's most acclaimed civil and political activists and the greatest Pan-Africanist of all times. Mosiah Garvey was born in St. Anne, Jamaica on August 17, 1887. Many of you are familiar. Garvey, celebrated as Jamaica's first national hero, was born of a free generation of former enslaved Africans. His legacy is celebrated not only in Jamaica, but throughout the African diaspora. Another very significant milestone in Caribbean history is the Treaty of Chaguaramas, establishing the Caribbean Community and Common Market, popularly known as CARICOM, which was signed at Chaguaramas in Trinidad and Tobago by 4 Caribbean leaders on July 4, 1973. The 4 leaders who made this history-making decision were Errol Barrow of Barbados, Forbes Burnham of Guyana, Michael Manley of Jamaica, and Eric Williams of Trinidad and Tobago. Most importantly, the Treaty of Chaguaramas went into effect on August 1st, 1973. Yes, we celebrate August for many reasons, but most of all, because our history and heritage are wrapped up in it. Marcus Garvey's living words apply and reminds us. He said, "A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." Cheers. I'm Ambassador Curtis Ward, and this is Bring the Talk.